EFL Championship Hull City vs Blackburn Rovers prediction, team news, lineups preview. Snapping disheartening losing streaks will be on the agenda for Hull City and Blackburn Rovers on Friday night, as the championship counterparts square off in their final second-tier fixture of 2023 at the MKM Stadium. Liam Rosenior's outfit slumped to a 1-0 loss to Sunderland in their most recent affair, while the visitors were condemned to a humbling 3-0 beating away to Huddersfield Town. Match preview. After seeing his endeavours rewarded with a new contract at the MKM Stadium, Rosenior's players have done little to vindicate their manager's renewal, suffering back-to-back championship losses to Bristol City and Sunderland either side of Christmas Day. 4 days on from throwing away a 2-1 advantage in a 3-2 loss to the Robins, Hull dominated the ball when fellow playoff hopefuls Sunderland paid a visit to their Yorkshire headquarters. But a fine Jack Clarke strike, his 11th of the season, condemned the Tigers to a 4th defeat from 6 contests. Rosenior and co. were ultimately left to bemoan a lack of ruthlessness as Sunderland rose into the top 6 at the expense of Hull, who are level on points with the Black Cats but are being kept at bay for the time being owing to a marginally inferior goal difference, and as many as 7 teams are within touching distance of the Tigers. Unearthing a killer instinct has rarely been an issue for Hull, whose failure to score against Sunderland marked just the second time in their last 14 games in which they have drawn a blank. But the New Year omens do not make for reassuring reading for the home crowd. Indeed, Hull have failed to succeed in any of their last 4 matches when playing their final game of the year at home, drawing twice and losing twice since destroying Fulham 6-0 in the 2013-14 Premier League season, and a similar display would not go amiss on Friday. In what Blackburn boss Jon Dahl Tomasson labelled his side's worst performance of the season so far, Rovers' playoff aspirations suffered another crushing blow at the John Smith Stadium, where a Huddersfield Town outfit flirting with relegation dismantled their visitors with ease. Jaheim Headley broke the deadlock in the first half before Sorba Thomas and Delano Bergzorg put the game out of Blackburn's reach in the second 45, condemning Tomasson's men to their 3rd straight defeat following previous beatings at the hands of Southampton and Watford. Tomasson issued an apology to the 3,000-strong Blackburn army who witnessed their side's capitulation from the stands, and Rovers' winter woes have seen Friday's visitors plummet down the standings into 15th place, albeit with just a 5-point gap to make up to the top 6. However, Blackburn will have to keep a close eye on another dotted line if performances carry on in the same vein, as defeat to Huddersfield marked a 5th loss from 6 games for the Ewood Park outfit, who have also conceded 10 goals in 3 defeats on the road in December. Rovers have only been beaten in 2 of their last 9 competitive battles with Hull in the second tier, although one of those losses came at Ewood Park in August, where Harry Pickering's first-half sending-off proved costly as an Aaron Connolly brace propelled the Tigers to a 2-1 triumph. Team news. Tuesday's loss to Sunderland marked Matt Ingram's first championship start for over 3 months owing to the back injury that Ryan Alsop sustained against Bristol City, which is expected to render the 31-year-old unavailable for Friday's game 2. Rosenior has also been dealt a fresh blow with captain Louis Coyle, who was substituted on the 60-minute mark against Sunderland due to a knock to the ankle. The defender briefly played through the pain in the early period of the second half before calling it a day. Jadon Philogene knee, Ruben Vinagre hamstring and Dogukan Sinek knee also remain in the treatment room for Hull, who will promote Cyrus Christie to the first 11 if Coyle does not make the cut. As far as Blackburn are concerned, both Pickering and 14-goal attacker Sammy Smodix were reinstated to the first 11 against Huddersfield after missing the previous loss to Watford through fatigue. But a quintet of infirm players remain on the sidelines. None of Tyrhys Dolan knee, Joe Rankin Costello hamstring, Ryan Hedges hamstring, Sam Gallagher tendon or Ainsley Pear's foot will be past fit for the contest, while Hayden Carter is just 1 booking away from incurring a 2-game suspension. Tomasson axed Andy Moran and Sandra Tronstad at half-time in the loss to Huddersfield, and a handful of anticipated changes would benefit Dylan Marconday and Lewis Travis's chances of recalls to the starting lineup. Hull City possible starting lineup. Ingram, Christie, Jones, Greaves, Slater, Seri, Morton, Delap, Tufan, Traore, Connolly. Blackburn Rovers possible starting lineup. Wallstedt, Britton, Carter, Hyam, Pickering, Travis, Wharton, Markandai, Smodix, Sigurdsson, Ennis. We say, Hull City 2-1 Blackburn Rovers. Confidence is in limited supply in both camps at the minute. But given Blackburn's ongoing defensive frailties on the road, the Tigers of Hull ought to rediscover their offensive bite on home turf. The hosts made hard work of their success over a 10-man Blackburn side in August. And while Tomasson's men should avoid a repeat of their Huddersfield humbling, we have faith in Hull to get their playoff charge back on track. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.